Hello friends. Welcome to the Unheard channel, where we explain difficult financial terms in simple and easy to understand language. Today, we are going to understand one of the most important concepts in financial management, which is leverage. We will start by discussing what is leverage. In simple words, leverage refers to the extent to which a change in an independent variable affects a dependent variable. Leverage is used by both investors and companies. Investors use leverage to increase their investment returns, while companies use leverage to finance their assets and business projects. Let us understand this with a simple example. Imagine a person trying to move a heavy rock with bare hands. Despite applying a lot of force, he is unable to move it. Now suppose he uses a long iron rod, a lever. With the help of the lever, he can move the heavy rock by applying much less force. Leverage works in a similar way. It enables a company to create a larger financial impact by using limited resources. That is the basic idea of leverage. Our next topic is types of leverage. There are three main types of leverage: operating leverage, financial leverage, and combined leverage. Before understanding these, let us first understand the profit calculation sequence, because all leverage formulas are based on this sequence. The sequence begins with sales revenue, which represents the total income earned from sales. From sales revenue, we subtract variable costs. Variable costs are expenses that change with the level of production, such as raw material and direct labor. After subtracting variable costs, we get contribution. Contribution represents the amount available to cover fixed costs and profit. Next, we subtract fixed costs from contribution. Fixed costs remain unchanged regardless of production volume. Examples include factory rent and salaries of permanent employees. After deducting fixed costs, we obtain EBIT, which stands for earnings before interest and taxes. EBIT is also known as the company's operating profit. Next, interest is deducted. Interest is the amount paid on borrowed funds or debt. After deducting interest, we get PBT, or profit before tax. Then taxes are deducted. Finally, we arrive at EAT, which stands for earnings after tax. This is the company's final profit available to the shareholders. So, this entire sequence explains how we move from sales revenue to final profit. Let us now discuss the first type of leverage, which is operating leverage. Operating leverage measures the relationship between sales and operating profit, EBIT. It reflects how effectively a company uses its fixed operating costs to increase operating income. A firm's cost structure consists of two types of costs. First is fixed costs. These remain constant regardless of production. Examples: rent and salaries of permanent employees. Second cost is variable costs. These vary directly with production. Examples: raw material cost and direct labor cost. When a company has high fixed operating costs, even a small increase in sales can result in a significant increase in operating profit. However, if sales decline, profits can fall sharply, increasing business risk. This is why operating leverage is associated with operating risk. Operating leverage is calculated using the relationship between contribution and EBIT. Operating leverage is equal to contribution divided by EBIT, where contribution is equal to sales revenue minus variable costs. EBIT is equal to earnings before interest and taxes. The degree of operating leverage, DOL, tells us how much EBIT changes in response to a change in sales. The higher the fixed operating cost, the higher the operating leverage. Example: suppose fixed cost is equal to 1,000 rupees. Sales revenue is equal to 4,000 rupees. Variable cost is equal to 2,400 rupees. Contribution is equal to 4,000 rupee minus 2,400 rupees is equal to 1,600 rupees. EBIT is equal to 1,600 rupee minus 1,000 rupees, which is 600 rupees. Operating leverage is equal to 1,600 divided by 600, which is 2.67. If fixed cost decreases to 800 rupees, EBIT becomes 800 rupees. Operating leverage becomes 1600 divided by 800 is equal to 2.0. This shows that higher fixed costs result in higher operating leverage. Now let us move to financial leverage. Financial leverage means using borrowed funds or debt to finance business operations. Companies borrow funds because they expect to earn a higher return than the cost of borrowing. This can increase the returns to equity shareholders. However, higher debt also increases financial risk because interest must be paid regardless of profits. A company with a high proportion of long-term debt and preference share capital is called a highly financially leveraged company. Financial leverage is measured using the relationship between EBIT and PBT. Financial leverage is equal to EBIT divided by PBT, where EBIT is equal to earnings before interest and taxes. PBT is equal to profit before tax. The degree of financial leverage, DFL, indicates how much PBT changes when EBIT changes. The greater the debt, the higher the financial leverage. Example. Suppose EBIT is equal to 2 lakhs rupees. Interest is equal to 50,000 rupees. First calculate PBT. PBT is equal to EBIT minus interest is equal to 2 lakhs rupee minus 50,000 rupees is equal to 1,50,000 rupees. Now, financial leverage is equal to 2 lakhs rupees divided by 1,50,000 rupees, which is 1.33. This means that every 1% change in EBIT results in approximately a 1.33% change in profit before tax. Now let us understand the third type. Combined leverage. Operating leverage measures operating risk. Financial leverage measures financial risk. When both are combined, they indicate the company's total risk. Combined leverage measures the impact of changes in sales on profit before tax. It also reflects the company's ability to cover all fixed operating and financial charges. Combined leverage is measured using the relationship between contribution and PBT. Combined leverage is equal to contribution divided by PBT, where contribution is equal to sales revenue minus variable costs. PBT is equal to profit before tax. The higher the combined leverage, the higher the company's overall risk. Example. Suppose sales revenue is equal to 5 lakhs rupees. Variable cost is equal to 3 lakhs rupees. Fixed cost is equal to 1 lakh rupees. Interest is equal to 50,000 rupees. Step 1. Contribution is equal to 5 lakhs rupee minus 3 lakhs rupees, which is 2 lakhs rupees. Step 2. EBIT is equal to contribution minus fixed cost is equal to 2 lakhs rupee minus 1 lakh rupees, which is 1 lakh rupees. Step 3. PBT is equal to EBIT minus interest is equal to 1 lakh rupee minus 50,000 rupees, which is 50,000 rupees. Step 4. Combined leverage is equal to 2 lakhs rupees divided by 50,000 rupees, which is 4. This means that every 1% change in sales results in approximately a 4% change in profit before tax. So friends, today we learned meaning of leverage, its types which are operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage, their formulas, numerical examples and risks associated with each type of leverage. Friends, with this we come to the end of today's session. We hope you liked this video. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. On this channel, we regularly upload educational content on economics, finance, banking, insurance, financial crime, GST, income tax, accounting, financial management, and investment management in a simple and easy to understand manner. Please explore the channel for more topics as per your liking. In case you want a video to be created on any new topic, please write in the comment box. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you receive notifications whenever we upload a new video. See you in the next video with another interesting and informative topic. Till then, bye and take care.